Alright guys, so tonight's episode of Monday Night Raw, compared to previous episodes at least, fix my camera, compared to previous episodes on Monday Night Raw, I felt like this episode was actually not that bad. At least a lot better than last week's Raw. Then again, I could throw my shoe out of a window and that'll be more entertaining than last week's episode of Raw. But anywho, you kicked off Raw with a promo, of course, with coming down the ring, saying how he feels bad about Eric Rowan, Ryback, and Dolph Ziggler, all three of them losing their jobs, and that he feels guilty. And out comes the gamer. Come down to the ring with the queen. And he talks about how, it's all John Cena's fault, and Cena mentioned something really stupid. Like he said something like, what was it? Oh, I will win the WWE Championship and take my ball home. Basically, a translation, he's gonna take the championship and go home with it and not come back. Kind of like what Brock Lesnar is doing on a weekly basis, except for tonight. But anywho, so God says that tonight John Cena can bring back his buddies, can bring back Eric Rowan, bring back Ryback, bring back Dolph Ziggler to get their jobs back. He just has one circumstance. He must beat the long-lost X-Men Seth Rollins in a lumberjack match next, thus them having their match. And their match itself wasn't that bad until the lumberjacks ironically were all heels. I wonder what's going on here. And they started beating up on and Rollins gets to win after Big Show hits Cena with the knockout punch, and as a Rollins fans, I should be happy with the win. But this is one of those scenarios where it's like, you won, but you still looked weak. Because, again, they book Seth Rollins weak. Why does every top heel in this company have to be a freaking pathetic, low-life pussy? Okay, seriously. Why do they have to be so weak and pathetic? I understand every once in a while, heels have to cheat. I understand that every once in a while, that's fine. But every freaking time, really? God. Anyways, that's it for me. With that, there, I'd probably be like, you're into the video? No. So next you had the New Day versus Tyson Kidd and Cesaro. At first I thought this tag team of Tyson Kidd and Cesaro a little bit random, but it seems like they're gelling well together recently, so yay. So they took on the New Day. The match itself was kind of short. New Day wins, and yeah. Adam Rose, the Rosebuds, and Natalia were all at ringside. Not much other than that. So, also you had tonight, Dean Ambrose got evaluated by a shrink, and this wasn't as funny as I thought it'd be. I had a little couple of that was it. He comes out the, what do you see when you see this? Say this one word. He saw Stephanie, he said ho, saw people calling Steph a host 2000, Attitude Era, hashtag. The goddamn freaking, pictures of Roman Reigns, like saying bro, Seth Rollins, scumbag, and I forget what he called Triple H, or something like Skull Bowl or something, I forget what he said, but anyways, it wasn't as funny as I thought it'd be, but whatever. So the Big Show comes out and cuts a promo. Oh god. The only thing funny about this was me being a Boston fan, him making fun of the Knicks. Everything else was just like things he's been saying for weeks, how Roman Reigns, no one cares about him, and he's a loser. I'm like, oh, he's saying what the internet's been saying for like months about Roman Reigns. So out it does come, Roman Reigns. And, yeah, people, WWE, you guys know me, I'm not a fan of Roman Reigns by any stretch of imagination, along with many other people. But if you want us to at least tolerate Reigns for now over, make sure Roman Reigns says like 2 or 3 words. For example, believe that. That's all he needs to say. Nothing else more. Enough with this, last week was Superman, this week is like the Beanstalk, and I'm like, oh my god. This was horrendously bad. Oh, so Roman Reigns has a match with Luke Harper, and poor Luke Harper, as talented as this guy is, even he can't even put up a good match with Roman Reigns. So, Harper faces Reigns, a match. Reigns wins, no surprise. Big Show comes out. Big Show was on commentary again. Actually, Big Show's actually not that bad at commentary. Maybe when he retires, future idea for him, the commentary team. I don't know. Anyways, um, so Big Show attacks Reigns and knocks him out the knockout punch. LOL. Can't wait to see these guys be the final two of the Rumble and then face each other at Fastlane. Okay, so then you had Naomi versus Alicia Fox. The stipulation was Naomi, had her hand behind her back, one of her arm behind her back, kind of like what they did with Big Titty Wonder Woman Bella several last year. So Naomi, this is actually was only what, like 4 minutes long. Wasn't that long, but these two actually could put a pretty good match, so it was decent. Alicia Fox wins. Find kind of funny how Michael Cole went to Booker T and he's like, "Oh, Booker, you know this move," and he's like, "No one gets out of that because of the scissors kick." It was funny. I thought it was a little funny. So then you had Jey Uso versus The Miz. Miz wins. I'm sorry, but I'm getting tired of seeing the motherfucking Usos versus Team Mizdow. Good lord. Same motherfucking match. Okay. So out comes Paul Heyman with Brock Lesnar. And it's announced that Brock, Rollins, and Cena later tonight will sign the contract for their Royal Rumble match, the triple threat match for the World Heavyweight Championship at the Rumble. And of course, Lesnar, Paul Heyman does his usual stick, showing him footage of what happened at WrestleMania. Last time they were in New Orleans because they were in New Orleans tonight. Lesnar beat the streak, yada yada. And, it's just popping up Lesnar, obviously. Did what he needed to do. So out comes Daniel Bryan. Yes. He comes out there. And basically for Daniel Bryan was just, him coming out there saying that, last time he was in New Orleans, he won the championship, and now comes Stephanie. Stephanie says, oh, she's glad he's back. He proved everybody wrong, that he is an A+ player. But his first match would not be at the Rumble, in the Rumble match. I thought she was going to say that he was the number one in the Rumble. That would have been, kind of an interesting stipulation there. But no, she says that Daniel will be facing Kane on the new night for SmackDown, Thursday night. And I'm thinking, oh god, because we haven't seen this 8 billion times. Motherfucking Kane versus good old, Daniel Bryan. And they started brawling for a bit. I understand why they did it, because it's like, oh yeah, they, obviously, Kane was the one that injured Daniel Bryan. And, Daniel Bryan's chance to get his revenge, per se. So, it was whatever, really. I mean, not much to say about that, really. So, anyways, by the way, I forgot to tell you. Actually, no, I didn't tell you, though. We had Paige versus Brie Bella in a really short match. It's like a 2-minute match. Brie ends up winning with the schoolgirl, I guess you could say, in the situation, after being distracted by Natalya, who was at ringside. So it's obvious that they're going to have most likely Nikki versus Big T One Win Bella versus the Crumpet Paige. And yeah, baby, Natalya. And Paige got out of the ring and slapped Tyson Kidd, who, no offense, Tyson Kidd, I'm a fan of yours, but you literally did the worst job selling that slap. Like, he got slapped and he's like, what the hell? Anyways, fact. So then it was officially announced, because TMZ kept on leaking it nonstop, that the Macho Man, Randy Savage, oh yeah, by the way, Nikki doing that oh yeah impersonation. Anyways, Macho Man is going to be officially inducted in the Hall of Fame. Thank God, about damn time. It's too bad Miss Elizabeth is no longer with us. I think she would have been a great candidate to, and obviously induct Macho Man in the Hall of Fame. But instead, we got a guy who he's had mixed feelings for before he passed away. Hulk Hogan, brother. I can't imagine Hogan's speech for Macho Man. It better be freaking good, Hogan. You know what, dude. So out comes that. We have the Ascension versus two literally midgets. Like, I don't even know who. I know these are local wrestlers, but these guys are like, what, 4'9"? Jesus Christ. Ascension killed them in a span of 2 minutes. Oh, God. Supposedly, they cut a promo on the app saying how they're better than Demolition and the Road Warriors. Nice joke. Okay, so, God. And then there's announced that next week is going to be a Raw reunion. They showed HBK, Shawn Michaels, Hulk Hogan, brother, Scott Hall, and I forget who was the other Hall of Fame that there was going to be appearing then. And there was no Kevin Nash. They didn't show Kevin Nash there. I was like, oh God, does this have to do with the freaking over the holidays between Kevin Nash and his son? So then comes out with Lana. And Lana saying that, it was John Cena's fault, that they want to thank John Cena for not having Ryback getting his job back. And I'm like, oh God, they're already planting the seeds for motherfucking Rusev at the Cena at Mania. And out comes Dean Ambrose. And yeah, you know what's going to happen here. Luckily, Dean Ambrose did not lose by pinfall. He lost by disqualification. Oh my God. Okay, so yeah, he's worth that shit. Not really. But finally, we go to the main event. We go to the signing of the contract. Now, this was actually, believe it or not, to me, probably my favorite moment of the night. I know Bray Wyatt, surprisingly enough, but, this was surprisingly good. You had Lesnar, you had, of course, John Cena, you had Seth Rollins, and, I found it funny how God's like, hustle, loyalty, and broken promises, John Cena, But, kind of interesting promo. Lesnar, Paul Heyman saying that how, of course, Lesnar's conquered UFC, he's conquered collegiate wrestling, he's conquered, obviously, WWE, he's conquered, the streak, he's conquered Sable, not just kidding, but really, he really has conquered Sable. But, anywho, it was interesting. I mean, early in the night, of course, you had that backstage segment between Seth and Brock, Seth saying that he's a future WWE, Lesnar says, the future WWE will happen when I let it happen, so, it's going interesting. I mean, obviously, Cena's not going to lose at the Rumble. Lesnar's probably not going to lose at the Rumble. Rollins probably going to get pinned. But despite that being said, Rollins looked strong here. Because even though Cena was, I think Cena hit the AA on Rollins, and then, no, Cena hit the AA, they hit the, no, he freaking got suplexed by Lesnar, and then Cena hit the AA on Lesnar. Cena, I don't know why does Cena always jump? Someone tell me why Cena jumps like 12 feet in the air every time he's trying to sell the curb stomp. Like, he just jumps like immediately. Like, no one does that but him. Why? Anyways, so Cena gets hit with the curb stomp. Lesnar does the same. I'm thinking, okay, if I was Seth, I'd be cashing in this situation. Cena's dead, and so is Lesnar. Cover. Get the goddamn ref and freaking cash in. But no, that would make too much sense. But anyways, this episode of Raw wasn't too bad compared to recent episodes of Raw. I mean, that's not saying much, To me, it was a mediocre at best Raw episode of Raw. Finally, we're kicking off to Rumble. It seems like the last several weeks, WWE's been on snooze mode until tonight. A lot better than that, 4th of July music ending of Monday Night Raw last week. Ugh. Anyways, that's it from me, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed my video. Follow me on Twitter. The link will be down in the description box as usual. Comment down below. I'm out.